Hi everybody, Tommy here. Welcome to the Hunting Factor. I had high hopes for Michigan's deer season this year. Had a couple nice bucks that I had been watching for the last couple of years throughout the summer. And I started noticing less and less buck activity on my cameras. Michigan did get hit with EHD this year, but with that in mind, I just didn't let that discourage me. I don't know how bad the EHD is in this area, but it definitely got hit. Started my season off just like I always do, going to some remote places, crossing rivers with my kayak or waders. I also started noticing more pressure this year. Started seeing other hunters on my cameras. Changed the plans. The spot I was going to go to, I had a couple of squirrel hunters on my trail camera. Yeah, hunting public land can be tough. Big goose egg for this morning. It's not easy as what a lot of people think. To me, it's an adventure. It's not just a game of who gets the biggest buck or who gets the most deer or whatnot. To me, it's all about going out against the odds, you and the deer, against you and the elements, against you and the terrain. Can you do this? Can you go farther than the other guy? But the reason why I do it is because I enjoy going to new places, finding new areas, discovering the land, just enjoying the nature and the wildlife. And even with all the pressure and the threat of EHD, I kept pushing, going different spots, moving cameras around, trying to get on good bucks. All right, guys, I'm all set up. I'm sitting down in the creek bottom. A few times I did get on a couple of bucks. I was close. I had a nice 8-point come in. He was too far away, and another deer came in from behind me, which I believe was a 10-point that I was spin chasing. I had that other deer on my left side this time. Pretty much came in where I walked in at. I don't know if it smelled my ground scent or if it saw me. Kind of disappointing, but in a way, it gives me a little bit more information. I believe it was him. He came in from behind me, snorted, and took off. So I kind of left that area alone, started going further away from town, and I saw more deer, not as much as I usually do. Didn't have much for action around me this season, but that's okay. You can't let stuff like that discourage you. Anything that comes along, you just got to change your strategy. Well, I decided to do something completely different. Since it's 30-mile-an-hour winds, I don't feel like it's pretty safe to be in a tree right now. All right, I'm set up on the ground. I got a scrape right over there in front of me on that tree right there. And a fresh rub. Just like anybody else, I'm learning how to be a better mobile hunter, because before, the way I was taught how to hunt, it's not a bad way. This is what I used to do, is I'd put my stand up, put my bait out, and then wait on the deer. Now I don't do that. Now I look for the sign, I look for the cover, I look for the terrain features that is going to hold bedding, is going to hold deer, or some kind of travel route that I could cut deer off. I got this ridge here, down into the marsh there, and a ridge here, right down in the marsh here. Like I said, the bedding is at the end of this point. With all that said, I kept pushing. I didn't give up. Still haven't had a bow kill, and we're into Michigan's rifle season. Didn't get a chance to go out on opening day, which is on the 15th of November. I got out that weekend, didn't see anything the first 2 days. Then I managed to get out on Friday, November 22nd. I hunted a morning spot that I hunted in during bow season, where I saw a good buck, hoping that he'd still be alive and I might get a crack at him with the rifle. So I hunted the morning till about 10:30 or so, decided to make a move and go further north, further back, about 2 miles back from my truck. I started noticing a lot of sign the farther back I went. In this video, you'll see how I kind of pick it apart a little bit and decide where I need to be with the cover I had. And sometimes you have to just work with what you have. All right, guys. I'll set up for the afternoon. What we're looking at here, I'm on the other side of this pond. All these down trees right here. I don't think deer are gonna come through here. All throughout there, buck rubs coming all out throughout here, and you can see the land kind of goes up and then down, and then it goes up again right here, and then it goes down again, and then up to the pond. But there's deer trails coming out, and on this side is a creek bottom with a big marsh, and I know there's beds there, and there's a lot of rubs along that edge, and that edge comes out right here. There ain't much cover in those trees over there, so I got into this group of cedar trees. I'm only 2 sticks up, so hopefully I don't drop this camera, because I'm not usually using this camera for this kind of stuff, but this is the only cover I really have. I mean, I got this big cedar tree behind me, and I got a small one right here, and the one that I'm in, like I said, 2 sticks high. I'm probably about 8 feet off the ground, but I got these branches alongside me, and this tree like this coming out. I can almost rest my gun on this branch right here. That ground goes up like this, and there's a scrape right up there, and I believe there's another scrape over that way, and there's, like I said, there's big rubs all through there. I think I'm pretty well concealed. If you look behind me, this is all my backdrop, basically. It's about 1:45. The wind is, coming from this direction into the camera this way, so I think I'll be pretty good. I'm about 2 miles from the truck. I swear I smelled a buck in that marsh grass, because the wind is blowing from there to me, because it's on the north end of here, and we got a northwest wind. So if there's a buck bedded in there, he might come this way. I'm not 100% sure if he will, but I thought I'd give it a try. But the sign looks good. I think I'm just gonna sit here tonight, and then tomorrow I'll figure out something else. There was nobody in the parking lot this morning. I was really surprised. I got a couple areas I want to check out, kind of do some scouting as I'm hunting at the same time. I'm always thinking of other setups that I could do, like this setup right here. I could probably bow hunt. I probably would get a little higher for bow season, just because I get away from these limbs more. But it does get thick in here during that, October time, because there's a lot of briars and stuff too. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. All right. Just shot a doe. Looked like a good size one too. She came within probably 25 yards. She was behind this brush. I thought she caught my movement, so I froze for a minute. But then I saw her looking the other direction. So I got steady. I was gonna pull the trigger as she was broadside, but she turned and started coming right towards me. So I just put it right on her chest. And she took off to the right on the other side of that fallen tree. I got about half an hour before it gets dark. I'm gonna get things packed up and get down. Finally. Man, this has been a tough season for me. As soon as I shot, though, the little one took off, and it was just standing over there looking at me. I thought I heard buck grunting, but I'm gonna get packed up and then go down there and look for blood. All right, doe down, and still got a couple tags left, but I'm glad I got some meat for the freezer. That's all it's about. 308 did its job. She didn't really bleed, so I didn't really have a blood trail. Just she went maybe 50 yards. When I shot her, I saw her stumbling pretty hard, and I heard her crash. And then I didn't see her come out from the other side of this down tree over here. But there we go. Finally get that monkey off my back and get a deer down. I just got to clean her up and drag her back. Well, that's how my 2024 deer season has been going so far. Hopefully this is some words of encouragement. If you're struggling to get a buck or get deer on the ground, don't give up. Keep scouting, keep trying different spots, keep moving. Being mobile helps. It's not the only way to hunt, but it does help when you're hunting public land. I'm happy to get some meat for the freezer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. If you'd like to watch another video, it's right over here. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.